Hi guys, for today's teardown, big olive green box with spring clips to the cover. You know it is going to be good. What do we have here? We have the Soviet R-014D burst transmitter. So what is it? The idea behind this is when you want to transmit a Morse code message, here an encrypted message, but this device does not encrypt by itself, is that you want to be on air as short time as possible. So what will this device do? It will allow you to compose your message up to 62 characters, store it in memory, and then transmit it over a short period of time. Then the enemy is less likely to intercept it and also to localize you. So it is an accessory for military radios, optional accessory. It will transmit up to 150 baud, it seems, so it can store 62 characters in memory. So there is a very detailed website about this item on the cryptomuseum.com URL. I will link in the video description. You really need to check this website. It is full of very interesting devices. So what do we have in here? We have this, I do not even know. Yes, external power supply. On-off switch, connector to the military radio, keyboard, and a little light display. So you can see the keyboard will allow you only to enter numbers, no letters. Speed switch, main function switch, and a little tester here for the power supply voltage. Here we have a battery compartment with all the detailed information for you of how to run the device and how to connect the battery. So while I undo the screws to the battery compartment, what you do to compose your message, you press the Y key here, you type your message. You can put a space with this one, and you terminate it with this key, and then to send it to the military radio you press these two keys. So I did try to hook a speaker on here, but it did not do anything, so we will not be able to listen to the actual output. Maybe it is a very low level, I am not sure what is happening, but the device is more or less working, except for a few blown bulbs in the display. So let me undo quickly this cover, and I will hook it to a power supply. It needs 5 volts. So just you can see empty battery compartment. It looks like this thing is indeed new old stock, because you can see on the battery terminals here we still have what seems to be the original heat shrink protector. So maybe this thing was never put in service, but still we have blown bulbs. So I will connect it to my lab power supply. You will hear maybe a little buzzing noise from the power supply converter, and you can see here we have power supply indication. We can check our 4 volts power supply, minus 6.3, which is not good, and 20, which seems not good also. So maybe we have a problem somewhere, but still I can test it. So if I press this and I type things, it was working previously. I was able to have little indicators here lighting up, but of course when you are on camera it does not work anymore. Oh, in fact very faintly, so maybe my now it is working. Maybe my power supply was a little bit low. So you can see, in fact, it is just confirming you the last number you did enter. It does not tell you how many digits you did already enter. And it is a very dim, but it is lighting on, as you can see the number 7 here. And when you press this, you can hear the power supply noise change. Oops, excuse me. And then it is starting again. So it is not very user-friendly, this thing. But the interesting thing is how the Soviets did manage to store 62 digits in a device without modern technology. We will see. So it is called, this thing, the Dachik in the Russian language. Okay, so I will disconnect it. So as you can see, the battery compartment, we have some loose rubber piece, probably to fit the batteries tight in the compartment. They are, I do not know how old they are, but they are still in good condition. We have here a fuse holder, and maybe this fuse will tell us how old is the device. We have a date code on it, surely enough, of September 1977. Okay, so almost as old as me. So I will reinstall this cover, a very thick die-cast aluminum cover with a nice rubber seal, and then we will start to have a look into this thing. So as you can guess, it is mostly full of electronics and not any kind of random electronics, but very nice high specs Soviet electronics. So before I undo all the screws all around, a quick look inside the cover, because we have indeed some accessories. We have original screwdriver to access the battery compartment. We have what seems to be a little wrench, probably to tighten up the terminals on the batteries. And we have here in a little box, undertone bakelite box with spare fuse. Very nice. Okay, so all this seems to be new old stock. Okay, now I will undo a few screws and I will be right back. Okay, the unit is now upside down and I can try to pry open the cover because there is a seal actually, as you can guess. If I did not forget one screw, yes, of course, Murphy's Law. It will be easier like this, I guess. This one was not totally off also, and here we are. So first the bottom box, part of the box, just a die-cast aluminum thing with rubber pads on the bottom. Here you have a better view at the springs clamps for the cover. Very regular military devices here, nothing special. And here is a first sight inside, but you do not see everything here, believe me. This is the battery box. Here mostly probably power supply stuff. Here also, and here we have not one circuit board, but guess what? A whole stack of circuit boards. all connected together with this beefy wire looms. Here is side view of it, hopefully. Yes, it is a lot of electronics. So we will start with this side. No, first maybe, excuse me, it is not easy. Here we have wafer switches for the two main function switches. A little board with relays, the back of the galvanometer indicator. This board here has a whole bunch of rectifiers, adjustment pots, probably to adjust the power supply voltages. On the rear PCB here, mostly green tantalum capacitors. Here a little moisture absorbing bag, I did put it in previously. On this side we have this PCB with power transistor, power resistors and more trimmers to adjust voltages. On the rear PCB, toroidal transformer, and we have here a little box. So I will try to access to it. So the setup here is the same as the main cards assembly. We have long screws and we have a hinge that will allow you to hinge out the PCBs and access at whatever we have between or behind. So this is really one of my most beautiful Soviet electronics item. I got this a long time ago from the German eBay for 50 euros. It is not cheap, but it was not expensive, and now these devices are almost unobtainium. And they can be worth a lot more. So as you can see, the little setup here of hinge, very nice. We have some kind of quality stamps on this PCB. Here a power transistor bolted to the front panel for heat sinking, most probably. I try not to lose the screw, and we have this little cover here. I guess it must be some filters or something inside for the power supply. Yes, little transformers and capacitors or inductors. All this in a shielded box, so it must be some kind of a noise filtering thing. Okay, but this is not the most interesting part, as you can guess. It was just an appetizer for the main stuff. So let me just put it back together and we will check the main circuit boards. So here you can see only two of them, so they are all installed in these metal frames. Everything is clamped together with extra mega super long screws, 10 centimeters or something like so, and 8 of them, so I need to undo all of them to be able to flip open the book of PCBs. So just 1 second. So you can see here the interconnections to all the PCBs. All the wires are soldered directly to them. Here you have all the hinges. And we will have some very particular parts on these things. You can see already from the footprint here, it is not a regular shape of components. So really you need to check the cryptomuseum.org website. It is really interesting. Some wonderful devices. One left, and we will be able to access the fun inside. Here we are. So how do I put this? Like so. No, like so. It is not very convenient because the thing is big for my bench. Okay, so first PCB. We have all these modules with date codes of September 1979. They are brown bakelite modules. They are the nine legs things you can see here. Completely unidentified and mysterious things, probably little hybrid circuits. But I am not sure. There is this thing written on it. They are all the same, it seems. On the PCB beside, I will zoom a little bit in order for you to have a PCB taking most of the space on your screen, like so. So here we have an array of transistors with an interesting framing of resistors around them, as you can see. Where the unidentified component here, maybe a capacitor, but no, maybe a stack. Yes, it must be what they call a microschema in Russian. It is a stack of little hybrid modules stacked together with interconnecting wires going interconnecting all of them, and all this put in a little box with at each layer one or two components on an hybrid. I will try to link a website where you can see similar things in the video description. This glass part here might be a quartz crystal. Yes, only two legs, so yes, most probably. Okay, this was the first layer. You can see how the wires here go to a strip of terminals on the side and are soldered to the PCB and are secured here, it seems, with a metal rod all the way along, finishing here in this plastic piece. So next layer of PCBs, here we have these things. So first you can notice this must be some kind of inductors, I guess. Very nice logo and very nice box. And we have this assemblies. We can guess more or less inside parts. So probably corkwood assemblies of components. We have contacts. It should not be easy to show you, but we have wires going inside here on the middle, and we have two rows of contacts at the bottom also, and at the top also. Very weird. On this PCB, more of the same stuff, but this one will flip open to access one extra layer. You always need extra layers. A little bulge wire here. Very old school PCB tracks also, you can see. Next layer, here we have hybrid micro circuits, like in the Iskra 111 calculator. We have the same kind of circuits. So a lot of them, all the same model, it seems. So it is a little ceramic plate with a few transistor dies directly on it, interconnected together, or maybe with a few hybrid resistors and capacitors. We have more of it here, exactly the same. Layer of copper sides. Then we continue again, more of the same stuff. more of the same stuff, and finally we are done to the bottom where we have the buttons, micro switches for the buttons on the front panel, and the lights here on a PCB. So it looks like if I want to replace the blonde bulbs, it will be really fun, because I need to take all this apart and I need to have matching bulbs. I believe they are this model, but I am not sure, and anyway I have not enough of them. So for now it will remain like it is. So you can see the very serious construction of the front panel in die-cast aluminium, and this is the aluminium frame on which the PCBs were attached with these floating captive bolts. Interesting. And in fact it is almost all. We have one more interesting inspection or quality stamp here. Warranty. It is written, but the other word here I cannot read it, but it is written Garantia here in Cyrillic. Yes, I can read a little bit of Cyrillic. And it is almost, yes, it is all very impressive, really. I am mostly impressed in the wire looms here. Really impressive stuff. Okay, now I will maybe try to take some still pictures for you, or at least keep the device steady for a few seconds. Then you can, if you want, use this as a computer background. I will try to get better light on it, like so. So this is really impressive. Oh, we have here a nice logo on the relay. I did not see before, I believe. This one. There is a whole story behind the Soviet electronics logo. There are hundreds and hundreds of them. One here that I do not know. Back in the time I did find on the web some websites with collection of these Soviet logos, but I'm not sure if they are still online. Okay. One of the most impressive PCB is this one with really weird corkwood devices here, for sure. Very nice construction. So there is one stupid thing, I believe, that this is loose when you remove the main set of screws. They could have made but one extra screw somewhere to keep it attached. Could have been a little bit better. Okay, and do not forget this one also. Very nice. Without my fingers should be even better. Really an impressive piece of Soviet electronics. So this is just a transmitting device. It will store your message in memory, transmit it, and it is all. I believe I do not know exactly what is the matching receiving equipment, but I guess it would have been even much more complicated, because you have to detect you are receiving a transmission, you have to keep everything in memory, and then maybe retranscript it or decrypt it even. So probably some very heavy equipment to for the receiving side. Okay, now I will put this back together. A nice work also here for the wires, you can see. Very impressive always with the Soviet stuff. Okay, so this is a nice device and a very unusual item. I would love to find more EV iron Soviet electronics, but they are now very hard to find and becoming to be really expensive. So thanks for watching. Do not forget to check my other videos, to check the cryptomuseum.com website, to subscribe, share, like and whatever else. Bye bye.